Yo, what is going on, my friend? This is Jake of www.jgcalisthenics.co.uk, and before we dive into it, I just want to mention, now if this is your first time here on this channel, then I highly encourage you to subscribe to the channel now and turn on post notifications because I upload new videos every Monday and Thursday, specifically for people like you who want to build more muscle and lose more fat and get stronger with body training and calisthenics. Right, so this workout, I'm going to go through each exercise one by one, and then I'm going to give you a whole workout template and overview to actually be able to use and track yourself at the end of this video, so you can get the most value from the workout itself, right? So make sure to warm up, and then we'll get into the first exercise. Before we do, I just want to mention that if you sense any kind of delayed reactions with me or slurred speech or whatever, I'm currently recovering from a concussion right now that I got from, falling headfirst on my head when doing rings, handstand, push-ups, right? It's for another story, which I'll mention in another video, right? But basically, I'm going to make sure I do my best in this workout as long as you give me your 100% too, right? So let's dive right into the first exercise. Right, so the first exercise we're going to do, well, in fact, we're going to do a paired set, right, for a vertical push and a vertical pull. And our vertical push is going to be elevated pike push-ups, as I'm going to show here, right? And this is not a headstand push-up, this is an actual pike push-up where the aim is to put as much of our body weight overhead to make it as hard as possible, right? So, starting out, we're going to elevate our feet, such as on a bench, a chair, a sofa, whatever tickles your fancy, right? And what I'm going to do here, hands are just outside shoulder width apart. And what we're going to do, as we fully elevate the scapula, the intent is to have our hips stacked over our shoulders, so our hips should be relatively close overhead to our shoulders. This is going to overload the shoulders and make the exercise a lot harder rather than making it really easy, right? And I'm not going to go into too much detail because my head's already feeling a bit foggy from my concussion, but basically from here, glutes engaged, core engaged, so we don't arch the lower back. We're going to lower down and forward, so our head goes far past our hands, forehead touch the ground, press up all the way, fully elevate the scapula, and repeat for repetitions. Thinking, stacking your body weight as much as possible over your shoulders to make the exercise as hard as possible. So here, I'm going to do 5 reps. It's best to get stronger, to do lower reps, and focus on making it as hard as you possibly can, right? Keep the elbows tucked in, and we're going to move on to vertical pulling. So we're going to rest for a certain amount of time, as I'll explain at the end of the video, right? And then we're going to go to vertical pulling, which is going to be paused chin-ups, right? So we're going to grab the bar with a supinated grip, right? So palms facing towards us. And with the paused chin-up, we're going to pause at the top for a couple seconds, right? To make it a lot harder than just a regular chin-up, right? And it's also great prep for the one-arm chin-up, right? So hang from the bar passively. And as I always say, to initiate the scapula, which we'll do, and then pull up, pause for a couple seconds, lower down control, dead stop, pull up, couple seconds up the top, lower down, pause. So it's a dead stop in both positions, and particularly the pausing at the top for a couple seconds, right? I'm going to do 5 reps here, so 1 more, 2. And then once you've done vertical pulling and vertical pushing for the prescribed sets and reps, we're going to move on to some leg work, right? Right, so here we've got triple jumper step ups, and to do this you're going to need something like a bench or anything comfortable, and also you're going to need a pretty slippery floor like a mat or whatever, and some socks on as well to provide some friction to make this exercise pretty damn challenging. This is actually pretty, I'd say a fair bit harder than pistol squats, right? And you're really going to feel this when you do this right, so pay close attention, my friend. Also, we're going to do both sides equally, but starting on your weaker side. For me, that's my right leg, right? I'm going to start with our non-working foot facing downward, right? Knee past the toe, chest upright. And here we're going to press up. As we press up, we're going to let the foot slide, right, on the floor. Up. Lower down control. Keeping the chest and back upright. Again, back foot facing downward, right? So your toes are in contact with the floor. Back to starting position, so your hamstring is touching your calf. As you press up, you're going to let the foot slide and repeat for repetitions. Especially when you start out with these are very, very challenging, right? So I'm going to do 4 reps on this side. keeping the knee shoved outward, don't let it cave inward, as I just did there. Press up, make sure you lower down, and really control the eccentric. So on the other side, same applies. Really focus that as you press up, the back foot uses as little assistance as possible. This is where this exercise becomes really challenging. You can make it far more challenging than pistol squats, and even, you know, actual weighted pistol squats, right? So make sure to keep pressing up. If it feels really challenging, it knows that you're actually doing it right, so keep doing that right. Press up, force, and then lower down, control. We're going to do this one separately, right, as we'll do the rest of the leg work towards the end of the workout. And for now, once we've done our sets for the triple jump and step ups, we're going to move on to horizontal pushing and horizontal pulling. Right, so the next exercise, which is horizontal push, is the straddle pseudo planche push-up, or lean forward push-up, right? It's a really good bent arm strengthening exercise for the planche, and will do you very good wonders, right? Is that even a term? My brain, right, post-concussion, right, not thinking at my maximum capacity, right? But anyway, starting out, you want to start with your hands, I'd say shoulder width or just outside shoulder width apart, and it helps to have somewhere like a mat where you can actually assess how far you're leaning forward with where your fingers are placed on the floor. We're going to start in a straddle position, so our feet obviously wider than shoulder width apart, right? And here we're going to lean as far as we're comfortable for the rep range desired, right? We're going to go slightly higher reps here, so we're going to feel more of that muscle pump and that burn, right? But basically, the further you lean forward, the harder it's going to be. The less you lean forward, the easier it's going to be. So focus on your technique, as I'll demonstrate in just a second, right? Lean forward. Keeping the elbows tucked in. As you press up, you'll maintain that lean forward. That's what's really important. You don't want to press back like this. You want to make sure that you're really leaning forward so you can get the best gains from this exercise, right? So that's 5. I'm going to demonstrate 6. 6, come on, keep pushing. 7, oh man, I worked out just a few hours ago, this is way harder. And 8, obviously, I'd say with this exercise, instead of going high reps, I'd focus on lower repetitions and focusing on leaning further forward, because you'll get stronger fast that way, which is the main intention for that exercise. After horizontal pushing, we're going to do some rest, as we're going to pair this up as a paired set with horizontal pulling. After horizontal pulling, we're going to do some chest to bar body rows, right? So we're not just going to pull up like a regular row, we're going to pull up so our chest makes contact with the bar or our hands, right? Do this on dip bars or you know, gymnastic rings. I would usually do this on rings, as it feels a lot easier on the elbows, but I can't really be bothered to actually hang up my rings, if I'm going to be honest. So I'm going to demonstrate it here, right? As with body rows, having your legs bent, as this, it's going to be easier than having your legs straight. And then to make it even harder, you can do it by elevating your feet on a bench. But if you're really focusing on driving your chest to the bar, you'll be surprised at how difficult the exercise is going to be. So I'm going to do this with my legs straight, retract the scapula, pull the shoulder blades down and back, and then without using leg drive, you really want to use your back and biceps instead. So drive the elbows back, really control that eccentric, drive, control, drive, control, and repeat 4 repetitions. Oh, the dust in this garage is not doing very good for my asthma, so we're going to do 8 reps here. Last rep, drive up, lower down, control. I recommend a 3-second eccentric, and after that, once we've done horizontal pushing and pulling, we're going to finish up with some more leg work, so we'll have a squat variation and a hip donor exercise to work all areas of our legs. So the last 2 exercises, which are going to be a paired set, right? We're going to do some assisted pistol squats to start, and we're going to do assisted pistol squats because we're going to focus on high reps, so focus more on that hypertrophy and muscle pump response, right? If you fancy doing pistol squats instead for lower repetitions, then by all means do that. I'm simply going to do assisted pistol squats for this example. So what we're going to do, start with placing your hands on some form of assistance, like the dip bars, a chair, a bench, anything, right? And so obviously the more hand assistance you use, the easier it's going to be the less hand assistance you use to probably doing the full pistol squats, the harder it's going to be, right? Select the one that is best for you. I'm simply going to do this with assistance for demonstration purposes, right? So we're going to engage our glute, posing legs straight, lower down control, pause at the bottom, and press up, and repeat for repetitions. Pause at the bottom, press up, and repeat. I'm going to do 6 reps on each side. So pause, up. This helps you break that sticking point so you can get stronger pistol squats and one leg squats. Pause, up. 1 more rep. Pause, up. Then we're going to do the other side for equal repetitions, right? Obviously, as we get towards the end of this workout, the fatigue is going to start to kick in. This is what separates the losers from the champions, right? Keep pushing, my friend. I believe in you, right? Come on. 4, 2 more, or more if you've got more in the tank. 1 more. Pause. And up, right? Now, after we've done that, we're going to pair this with some elevated single leg hamstring bridges. Right, so for this exercise, we'll start on our weaker side, right? We're going to be lying on the floor, feet elevated. So with the working leg, we're going to start on the weaker side. We're going to have only the heel in contact with the ground, right? So our ankle is going to be pointing upwards towards our knee, which is also known as ankle dorsiflexion, right? There's 2 ways you can do this exercise, right? 1, man, asthma. 1 way you can do this is having your hands on the floor. So it's going to be easier as you can provide more assistance for your legs. Harder is having your hands by your chest, right? If you do this correctly, you're really going to feel this in your hamstrings, right? So as you pull up, you're going to pull in rather than pressing out the quads. You want to focus on the hamstrings, muscle the backside right of your body. Lower down control. And pull up. Pause and lower down control. Repeat for repetitions. Really feel that contraction and that burn in those hamstrings. Resist the urge to extend up with your lumbar spine. Focus purely on the glutes and the hamstrings. And pull up, pause, lower down control, and repeat on the other side, equal repetitions. And for this, I'm going to do this with my hands by my chest. Challenge myself, obviously don't actually do this in your workout, make sure you do both sides equally. But just to demonstrate both of them, 2, really feel that contraction in the hamstring. If you feel this more in your quads, it's because you're pressing out more rather than pulling in. You want to pull in, feel like the hamstrings, oh my days, my hamstring is on fire right now. 4 reps, I'm going to do 6. If you do more, then by all means do more. Pause, control. Last final repetition should look like this because it should be really challenging so that your muscles grow bigger and stronger. Low down control. And that is the workout finished. So right here, I'll lay out a template, an overview of what this full body intermediate calisthenics workout will look like for you specifically, so you can actually use this yourself, whether you want to follow along the workout or do it more on your own, so you can achieve the best results possible. And obviously, if you're watching this video, you're following this workout as an intermediate yourself, and you're beginning to progress onto the advanced stage of calisthenics, then by all means send me a DM. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, as I'll link up here, or email, as I'll link in the description below. As now is a very exciting stage for you, my friend. I remember when I was at this stage last year, it was really, really exciting. Spending so much time building that bodyweight base, and then building that base for more advanced elements of calisthenics. I'd love to chat with you and interrupt you on that note. As I said, I'm very excited for the gains you have coming up for you, my friend. If you enjoyed this video, you like my content, you enjoyed watching every single minute, and you actually enjoyed following this workout yourself, I say enjoy, it should have really been very discomforting if you were actually following it right. But make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you gave this video a try, or not this video, man, concussion, short-term memory, right? If you gave this workout a try, comment down below, I'd love to know how you get on. And if you got any questions for the workout, make sure to comment that down below, so I'll answer that for you as well. So, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share this with a friend or friends you believe would benefit from these gains, and so that's enough for me today, as I'm about to run out of breath. Keep moving forward, my friend, and I'll see you in the next video.